Good morning or good afternoon, almost. This is Steven Carr from uh, War Room with Steven Carr. Underneath of the screen, you'll see a website, precinctstrategy.com. Go there to learn about what it's like to become a precinct committeeman and what precinct strategy is all about. Um, you can also contact me on. You can contact me through my email, which I'll have which I'll give to you. My email is carsteven9@gmail.com, or you can call me at my number if you know it, and we'll go from there. So, anyway, I am a York County Republican committeeman for Manheim Township, and as you can see, I'm ultra mega. Um, so, and I am I have tons of ideas for the York County Republican Committee, but I will not be giving them out. But I will tell you that, excuse me, I'll tell you this: we need to start. If you're not a precinct committeeman, we need to start becoming precinct committeemen because it's the only way we can change the Republican Party from inside out. We need to outnumber the moderates with the America First mega Republicans in the party, and it's the only way to change it. Look at um, look at all the other county committees and state committees that around us that have changed their parties. Georgia GOP has changed from Republican, and Arizona is um, not Republican, has changed their party into Trump Mega and America First, and many others in the United States around the country have. You can also go to precinctstrategy.com, or not precinctstrategy.com. You go to precinctstrategy.com, yes, and you can click on this button called Connect with Other Conservatives, and I will take you to a precinct strategy collaboration and communication site where you can talk with other Republican committee people in different states, in your county, in your own county. You can share files, chat, have an own chat room, communicate and collaborate and strategy and strategize and whatnot. So yeah, you can go there, learn what it's like, because we need more people, especially in York County Committee. We need more precinct committee people there. We need more people around the states becoming precinct committeemen. What's a precinct committeeman? Precinct committeeman is at the lowest level of the local political action. It's your county GOP, and it's your county GOP. Then you have your state committee. Then you have your um, RNC. So it's like this, and that's how it should be. And that local action affects national action. So it's not a triple down effect. It's a triple up effect. Trickle up effect. And that's how it starts. And so what happens when you become a precinct committeeman? You become an elected public official of your own precinct neighborhood, and you get to maintain your own polling place, your own precinct, making sure people get out to vote in your neighborhood, know what's going on locally, politically, and get out to vote. Informing people when voting is, and registering Republicans in your precinct, and getting out the vote by making phone calls to your precinct neighborhood, and texting them or emailing them like I do. Um, when you do that, you at least have to hit them at least 7 to 9 times, sometimes 11 times, because people have attention span of a goldfish nowadays, and the more you do it, the more you bring it out. So I've been doing, I've done calling, I've done texting, I've done emailing, and I did again, and then I did again. Um, I just keep doing it, and I also multiply the votes by um, filling out a sample ballot usually and just putting it on my social media pages and social networks like Facebook and X and True Social and groups and stuff like that, and my Facebook stories and Instagram and stuff like that. So it multiplies the votes, and whoever else can see it. But anyway, becoming a precinct committeeman, it's just one thing you can do locally. The other thing is you get to vote on county, count GOP county bylaws and vote on GOP county leadership, who in turn elects or votes on state party leadership, who in turn votes on RNC chair leadership, all the way up to the very top. And so that's another thing you get to do. You also get a chance to meet your candidates personally. You get to chance to support them, get out to vote for them. You get to knock doors for them as well. You get to decide whether the party wants to vote on whether to decide to endorse a candidate or not to endorse a candidate. Um, that candidates that you want that you want to endorse or not to endorse. Um, you practically change everything in within the party all the way up, and it's been shown quite effectively. Recently, I'm trying to think. In 2023, I think it was 2023, we had primaried out Ron Smith, who was a York County commissioner who um, his only important job mainly was the 911 thing in York County Prison, I think it was, and who told one of our precinct committee people that there's nothing wrong with our elections and our elections is in good shape. When York County has some of the most filthy fraud hidden in Trump counties um, around here or in the county, according to Seth Cashel. And so, um, yeah, we need and we need we need people that are in election integrity and that are mega Republicans and America Firsters to maintain these poll watching seats and in precinct seats to make sure that they're covered, to make sure that they are, and we need our seats filled. So in your county and all over, there's 200,000 precinct committee seats across the country, and most of these seats are empty and run by rhinos. And so we need to get involved. We need to get conservatives like you and me involved in precinct committee seats. Just recently, for instance, Maryland had their local, not Republican, local primary, the state primary election, and in District 2, two good people were running. One already had a prominent name in running. Her name was Kim Klacik. The other one was Dave Wallace, who was also a conservative and America Firster, and he lost the election. Why did he lose that election? Because he did not have precinct committeemen in the Republican Party getting out the vote, knocking doors, making calls, dropping literature at his at people's places, and getting out his name. He did because there's not enough precinct committeemen in Maryland in the local GOPs. But there was plenty. The only reason why Kim Klacik won is because Trump backed her. Trump actor, and she already had a ballot recognition on the on the ballot from back in 2020, I think it was, or 2021. Um, so she had that already going for her. But if Dave Wallace would have had precinct committeemen, Republican committeemen going out and door knocking, getting out the vote for him, he would have won. So there you have it. Same thing here. I mean, York County has been putting up very poor candidates, thanks because of the rhinos in the state committee and county committee as well. Or not rhinos, because the moderates, should I say. And we need to have put up better candidates. 2022, again, 2023. 2023, we had Batista, Maria Batista, and Harry Smale Jr., who was one of the most liberal Superior Court justices that you can elect, and Maria Batista, who was the most conservative out of the three. I think it was Maria Batista, Harry Smale Jr., and there was another one. And then you had Caroline Coluccio, who was the state Supreme Court justice, who right after she lost her election, or right before she did her election, or after it was, she did her very first, what do you want to call it, same-sex marriage wedding, and ordained them, or ordained them to be married them, and she was very liberal when we had two good candidates that could have ran, and that was Patricia McCullough and Josh Prince could have made it onto the thing, but the state GOP said, "Oh, we can't support unendorsed candidates that are Republican." This says nothing about that. It just says you can support Republican candidates. And people were getting kicked out of the state GOP because state party, because they were supporting Josh Prince. Was supporting Josh Prince and Patty McCullough, who were not endorsed. And here we are now with a Democrat liberal Supreme Court, and Supreme Court, and we lost our parliamentary, who was actually pretty good, Allison Blue, because of namesake, because she was related to because the person that she was running against was Diane Platts, who's related to one of the earlier congressmen. I forget what his first name was, another Platts. And so that was that. And then Patricia McCullough won because the GOP. Oh. Sorry. Because the GOP simply said that she was unelectable. Because GOP simply said she was unelectable. Sorry about my ringing in the background. So guys, this book right here is what we need to do. We need to finish what we started. This is the mega movement ground game that they simply say to end democracy, but we're not. We're giving democracy. This is the party for the people. Like Trump is Andrew Jackson 2.0, and so are and you need to learn about Andrew Jackson if you don't know about Andrew Jackson, and read about Trump. But this is what we need to do right here. Finish what we started. I thought I have it written and highlighted in here somewhere. Oh, this is it. No, it's not. Okay, so I thought I had it memorized in here, but apparently I don't. Where he says we need to finish what we started. All right, so in his one speech at CPAC, he says that we need to finish what we started. Guys, this is your guy's story right here, written by Isaac Arnsdorf, who is a Washington Post, I think it was, Washington Post journalist who sincerely did a deep dive into the mega movement's ground game and how it started with precinct strategy, with precinct strategies Dan Schultz, John Fredericks, and Saleha Grubb from GOP, Georgia GOP, to Stephen Stern, to the War Room. This is your movement, guys. The reason why, and we are not going anywhere, guys. We're going to finish what we started and keep it going. That's because we got to become precinct committeemen. It only takes 3 hours of your time. It only takes 3 hours of your time to 3 hours of your time to go to your GOP meeting and stand at your precinct polling place to get out the vote at election day. You can even do a half day. You can even do a full day. You can even do 3 hours. You can do 4 hours. You can switch in and out with your partner. You can come back for lunch if you wanted to. You can go out to dinner, come back for dinner after dinner if you wanted to, or take a break and come back, depending on if you have a ride or not, or if you have a partner or not. I fully do it. I fully do a full day. I take off of work on election day, primary and general election day every election season to help out as a precinct committeeman. This year I'm hooking up my Bluetooth speaker and I'm playing 81 Votes My Ass. I think it's by Truth Bombers, I think it was called. Carrie Lake song. And I got a sign out for it that says, for my polling place, it says Republicans, House District 169, with an arrow pointing to where to go. I'm always there, talking to people and trying to recruit people for my precinct to become a Republican committeeman, so we can put more people up on the board, get them election. If you're starting as a precinct committeeman, this is the book you want to get by Dan Schultz, How to Get into the Real Ball Game of Politics, where you live to help President Donald Trump make America great again. It tells you how to become a precinct committeeman, how to keep an eye on the chairman, how to recruit people, how to make voter turnout great in your precinct and all around. So it's another one you can go to. This is for starters. I guarantee it will get you started. This year, for the primary general, I made a list of a count that I have for L2 political data of all the 0s to 3 voters, which means that they voted either 0 out of 0 elections or 1 out of 1 elections, 2 out of 2 elections, and 3 out of 3 elections. I called them and texted them and got them to come out. I was able to get 2 to come out and several other, and then of course I got all the other voters from like 4 to 8 on my scale to come out. Contacted them, got them to come. My turnout was 439. It was low all everywhere, but we need to get into becoming precinct committeemen and committee women and moving up from the county to the state party to take over the GOP. And that is all that is worth. That's all I have to say. It's 3 hours of your time, and you're grandchildren and your children are going to ask you, what did you do when our country was at stake? Did you did did you become a precinct committeeman? Did you do anything at all, or did you just stand by and watch it all fall and crumble? If we don't do this now, our country is in bad shape. All right, well, that's all I have for you guys. Sorry about the phone calls. Have a good day.